All right. Welcome to attempt number 5 of beating Elden Ring without getting hit. All right. We are going to follow a guide made by Recycle roughly a year ago. It's an insane guide. If you don't know what to do in Elden Ring and you like past the stage where you completed all your casual runs and you want to get better and want to have a challenge, this is exactly the right thing to look at. It's a 4 hour long video, which yeah, you need patience there. But it's such a fun thing to do. I really can recommend a lot to watch that. You learn so much about the game. So to quickly recap what happened in run number 4, I I think I got hit by Morgoth first. I got hit by more people, but there were more enemies, but I think Morgoth was the first one to hit me in the face. And then I also got hit on Horalu, on Fire Giant, on Radan. Oh, Radan killed my run, right. I didn't roll correctly. Radan, Goldfree, Morgoth, Fire Giant, and Horalu hit me last time around. But like I said, it was only the fourth was try, so not too shabby, in my opinion. The guide starts out with the samurai class, so we are doing that too. Usually not a big fan of starting with anything else but the Ratchet class. I just really like having all 10 starting skills. It makes leveling up very straightforward. But some of the strategies are surrounding the Uchikadana, and later on we do something with the flail too, to get our iron balls, which will be the main weapon of the run. And to be able to wield the flail, we need 18 decks. On when I usually play the game, like this is the first time I try any hardcore challenge like this. Like no hitting a massive game like that is incredible to me, and it's always a fun for me, very fun and very joyful to watch the gods of this game completely destroy enemies and bringing up awesome routings for us casual gamers or semi-casual gamers maybe. Um, so yeah, so usually I start with the Ratchet class, and if I need to get the Iron Balls, I either do the quest normally without killing the Iron Balls guy, or I'm getting the Dex tier, which is right next to the shack where he sells his prawns, right? But I'm trying to follow the guide as closely as I'm comfortable with. We are not gonna use all the strategies in the guide, because I personally think this just sometimes too safe. Don't wanna look too scared about some of the areas here. So we're getting the okay. We're getting the smithing stone 1 here, and the crafting kit and 3 pots. We're now gonna get the kukris on the way, 4 kukris. First things first, we get the horse, and we get the flail over there, and then we get the whetstone down in the cellar. I'm not used to recording my own gameplay, but I did change around some settings between try number 3 and number 4, and the video looked pretty good to me. It didn't stutter all that much. Only issue I have left is that some of the yellow in the game, on the recording it will look red. You will see that on the minimap, and I don't know why. I'm no computer recording guru or anything like that. I have no idea why that happens, or what I need to change in what settings. This program, this OBS, is an absolute miracle to me. Okay, we got torrent. I always forget to rest on that grace. You know what? This time we are actually resting there. We want to kill the guard that is in front of the chest for the flail, and the passing of him, if you don't rest, it's a little bit yeah, on the dangerous side, as he can come pretty close to the fella here with the shield, who's about to go to sleep. Also the passing of the main enemy boss guy here can be very close with the wrong timing, but you're good here. Basically nothing to worry about. Alright. Now we make our way all the way to the third church of Marika. So I started yesterday doing those runs and setting up OBS to collect things. I don't even have enough space on my hard drive to record more than one run at a time. Maybe, I don't know, but it's like around 2 hours a run, and the recording is like 160 or more gigabytes, so it's crazy to me. And I thought I have like a USB hard drive where I can save things on, and I tried to like copy one of the runs to that hard drive, but it took forever. It took 1.5 hours because it only transfers data with like 30 to 50 megabytes. I've no idea what's going on there. Seems to be a really bad connection. It has like a USB-C cable on it. Kind of thought they're faster than that, but hey. Alright, we don't actually need the stone sword key over there. I just really like stone sword keys. That's why we got that one. We're getting the strength not crystal tier here, and if you're heading east, then you can jump straight to this platform over here. We're also getting the grace on the War Master's check. Here are some root resins, by the way. We're gonna come back here later. Now we are gonna get Golden Wow, which we actually have to kill our second enemy of the run. I'm gonna try to actually use that super advanced strategy where you use your sheath attack and then crouch in between. Let's see how that goes. Wow, I totally did it. And then I screwed that up a little bit, but we're still fine. Well, I was proud in 1 second, and then in the next second I realized that I made I made my life way harder with doing that. Worked all out at the end, so nothing to worry about. Poor old dude. I'd love to see a kill counter, like a global kill counter for how often some of the enemies in the game have already been defeated by all the players that are playing the game. Be really nice to see.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck.
Like the guy with the golden vow must have been defeated on pretty much every run everybody ever did, right? Must be one of the most killed NPCs in the game. We are collecting the two missing ones here. And then we are buying 3 smithing stones here and the pot.
Oh,
We're gonna collect a total of 6 pots in that run at the end.
on.
The only pot we are crafting is Trina's lilies. We're about to collect the first couple of Trina lilies for this run. And short after that, the cookbook to actually be able to craft that. Jump down here, nice and gentle. And then jump down here without taking damage. It doesn't actually matter. You can do that way quicker and take damage on both falls. There's no downside to that. Personally, I like to get all of the gold runes. You never know when they might come in handy. Basically our money or piggy bank, right? Gold runes. Alright. Flask of Wondrous Physics ahead. Very important grace here at the Third Church of Marika. In no matter what you do in the game, no matter what your goal is in any given run, it leads to so many good things. There's a teleporter, there is the way from the west side into Kaled. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. Alrighty. I have a lot of trouble with the tree sentinel that guards the city gate. There is a strategy that like Chino uses and that I basically copied, which involves throwing at least 3 kukris, bringing him to a very specific spot on the edge of the cliff, and then stagger him and then push him down. But the guide from Recycle uses a slightly different strategy. And in the first 3 runs died because I did use that strategy. In run number 4, I used the old strategy that I was used to, and the run did continue. Was the first time I beat Treat Sentinel, basically, in a live run. But this morning I tried to get the hang of Recycled strategy, and in this run we are gonna actually try it again to beat the Tree Sentinel with the only 1 kukri strat. And yeah, I'm very excited actually to test that in a live run. I wouldn't act all like if things go haywire and we die to Tree Sentinel again, it's okay. It would be insane to believe that we would already succeed with this challenge on the 5th try. So this is an interesting strategy coming up from me here. I can highly recommend that, what I'm doing here. The recommended strategy from the guide, Recycle's Guide to No-Hit Elden Ring, is to mighty short some of the NPCs that are around this area, and then some of the reds as well, and then you have an easy way through the castle, but in my opinion, it's just not necessary. You can just gun it completely through the center of attention, and you're gonna be fine. Can always be fine. That's the first Dectus. Now we are on our way to Kaled. Um, I'm going to try to collect as many Trina lilies as possible, even if I have to go slightly out of my way to do so. Reason being that my free aiming of the pots is just not up to par, and I'd like to have some spares. Because if things go haywire, for example, we need 4 pots for fire giant for a scripted fire giant fight, and if I have to bone out after like I throw 4 pots, and then I have to go back to Kaled or wherever to collect more Trina lilies just to have another go at fire giants, that would disrupt my flow so much that I think it's better to just have some spare Trina lilies and some spare sleep pots, basically. Alright, getting the beast torch now. This is actually quite a nice area at this time of day. Looks very calm. I don't think it's supposed to be very calm, but it really... It looks kind of comfy, doesn't it? A bit of a glowing tree in the background. Dogs strolling around. Even an albino dog. Everything you need. So, if we do get past Radahn without getting hit, I would count that very successful, because he is like an hour and a couple of minutes into the run. I always forget that
Forgive me.
Melania shows up
I've
here and
been
we
testing you to
can go to
determine
Roundtable Hold. We
if
will
you
take
had
this
it
offer.
seems
We
no
will fast
torrent,
travel there
whereas I'm
real quick.
mirrors, but I can
We're not
gather
buying
it
anything.
is.
We're just unlocking
Very
the
well.
fast travel
Let
point.
my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
On run number 4, everything went so well that I got incredibly nervous. Okay, teleport back. And now there's a very specific route, according to the guide. I doubt that you actually have to do the first thing, which is climbing the back of the dragon here. But we do it. We do it because it's in the guide. And then you go straight over this. What is this? This is like barnacles, isn't it? And the guide mentions this little, like, bushy, flowery green. Always need to touch that. And head on the first marker after the west sign, on the right side of the west sign on your compass. Up here, it's a little bit,
Well, it's been an age. How can I
a little bit
help?
annoying for me, because usually on the runs I do, or when I play the game casually and test out things and do some routing and whatnot, whatever you do in the game, if if you happen to come up here, there is a bell-bearing hunter which gives you
Nervous, Seth?
50k runes, and in my opinion, you should always kill that guy. There's a scripted kill for him you can learn, you can watch on YouTube or whatnot, and it's relatively straightforward. But we are not doing this in this run. and it kind of pains me. But I do want to follow the guide as closely as possible, and the setup is already an hour or a little bit more than an hour, so I don't want to spend unnecessary time anywhere. I have to mention as well, on my fourth run, I changed the order in which we are doing things a lot in order to be able to do 3 Sentinel fight earlier, which was it like 30 minutes, I think, just because of the 3 failures in a row with him. But we should be. I did a lot of training this morning on all the bosses there are. We're going now up that skull monument over there, and collecting the 2 Smithing Stone 7s. There is a Smithing Stone 8 as well, and a Stone Sword Key, but we're mainly there for the Smithing Stone 7s, so that we have 1 more level for the Fire Giant fight. You also do not need to get off your horse for this. Up next is the second Dectus Medallion. And you want to wear the armor here, so that the poison that might hit you won't actually proc. The guide mentions that this armor has incredible resistance ratings. We're gonna actually rest here real quick. And we are not fully following the guide here. The guide hits the wall on this pillar once, and then he runs through the ladder to the ladder inside. We are doing it slightly differently. We are hitting the wall 3 times here. We're going up to the door, crouching, crouch run, with the beast torch equipped, obviously. Very close alongside here. Before the stairs, we're gonna run again. 1 proc, or 1 hit with poison, or what do you say? What do you call it? That was fine. That was really good. I like that. Once on run attempt number 3, I got 0 poison build-up, and I have no idea how I did that. And it felt really comfortable, like there was no enemy around at all. I did not at all get aggroed. But since then I could not repeat that. And now I want to point out something. I'm not doing it up here, but when we collect Radagon's horse here. If I two-hand my torch and collect an item, you saw how it got really dark? If it gets so dark, does my beast torch still work, or are enemies able to attack me? Like, are dogs still able to attack me when I pick up an item because I don't actually have the beast torch in my hand, despite the fact that it is equipped? I would really like to know how that works. So you check if it's nighttime. It is. If it is nighttime, you want to go to the left side here and not through the main pass, as at night there are some bats and they have a ranged attack. So here are like plenty of mushrooms on the left side, which you can collect if you want to, but we're not going to. We're gonna have many, many more mushrooms at the end of this run compared to how many Trina lilies we have, so in my opinion unnecessary to collect every single mushroom that's about. Still wanna have our beast torch out for this running section here. Some dogs and some chinchillas. I don't know why they decided to put chinchillas in the game. I think it's kind of cute, but they are very robust chinchillas. If even Torrent can't like push them out of the way, must have some strength training. Actually, pretty big too in real life, chinchillas. My cousin has some, like 3 or 4. They need a lot of space, but really fun animals. favorite animal of mine would be sugar gliders. They're just so cute. So between starting to do this run here and now, I actually do not get that graze anymore. I'm not getting that tier over there anymore. Yeah, I'm getting better at not collecting absolutely everything on the way. Took me quite a while. Like at run attempt number 3, I started to actually not collect every single graze anymore, and so on and so on. Just as you fail more and more often, you really want to speed up the process of
No unsurprised
being able
no
to
matter
do the
wide
next
how
attempt, basically.
blunt.
Getting 3 of those smithing stone ones, and the first, so we have 12 smithing stone ones now, and we have the first 3 smithing stone twos. Go over here, go through that door, go follow the marker to west, a little bit on the right side of the west marker. There would be the cookbook for freezing pots if you would take the main route through this area. We are now coming from the back to the gazebo. That way the odd enemy doesn't spawn in front of the gazebo. The one with the many hands and many feet, I don't know how they are called. Really odd enemy. I don't know. I think they take damage from healing spells or so. Are those enemies? I'm not sure. Okay, get rid of the armor. We are now going to get the rare Lucaria key. As we are not going to the elevator via the Ichi route, we are going through rare Lucaria. So what I like to do, you can go to the right side here along the mountain. It would be perfectly safe. But we're not doing that. Safe strat. We're going through here. And then there's 3 Trina lilies that you can collect, and as you have seen me picking up as well 3 rhymed crystal buds in case you do a run where you need freezing pots. There are 8 more in a building right next to Ichi. And now I don't know where I am. Alright. The grace that we just walked past and didn't activate, there's an actually good reason to not activate it. If you activate it, all the spells that are cast behind you can actually catch up to you and damage you. So I personally like to jump out of his little stone cave arena before I fast travel back to South Rea Lucaria. You don't have to fast travel out of there, but you can. Now we're gonna craft some of this missing sleeping pots. The guide tells you to go straight through this area and then jump down some buildings. I'm not comfortable with that. I jump on this tree and get the next set of smithing stone tools from that side, from the side here. You can sleep pot. There's a crab right next to the smithing stone tools, but usually, yeah, like right now, we just outspeed the crab, so we don't need to waste a smithing pot on a sleeping pot on them. Now you wanna set your compass to south. You should not encounter any enemies, and you see the gazebo in front of you with all the sniper water creatures in front of this gazebo. You should, in theory, be good not to aggro anything. You're also heading out through the back again, making a relatively wide circle around them, so they hopefully don't wake up. And then, that's, I'm always a little bit lost here. We need to find the shack. Yeah, here it is. Boiled prawn shack, I think it's called. And on the tree here are another 3 trina lilies. We get this grace real quick. Now we set up our third kill of the run. Taking the flail with Radagon's force field, so we can use the flail. Getting rid of the props here. Cornering him.
What's that bitch put you up to this, eh? Damn it! I'll rip you to
And just like he said, we are going to rip him to shreds.
Damn it. Why ain't it me?
Why ain't it ever?
Why ain't it ever?
Marek has tits. Alright. I just saw that apparently this was a gold split. I have the soul splitter up in the background, so I can... It's basically what I use for my notes. Instead of having... Usually I'm pretty old, like I'm like in my mid-30s. And I'm not really comfortable with having written notes in a like computer document. I usually have an actual notepad, like physical book with paper pages where I write down my notes. But it gets really messy on my table having that laying around.
Hello.
And
Hello.
for this one I actually made
Please.
like splits,
Hello.
and the
It's
names
rather
tell me
been
what I have to
mistress
do.
thought I was a cost. Could I ask
Works
that
pretty
thug
fine so
made
far
off with
with
a
me.
precious neck only if you've
Meet
any
Rhea,
problems confronting-
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Our
what a
most
blessing
favorite
that
lizard.
we've met like the thug shlees. The thug shlees. Oh yeah, thank you. Did I forget
So on
to
run
say
attempt number
that?
4,
I see you are very to steady such
I
sleaze.
forgot. I went here, I listened to the
Brave,
conversation, but
most
I
terrible.
ended the conversation before I got the Volcano Manor invite. Oh, that was kinda... It wasn't a problem, but I had to back travel quite a lot. Alright, now we are going to the elevator and getting the Grace in Altus Plateau. Can get this Grace if you want to. It's not a speedrun, so we're free to do whatever, really. Also, really painful for me not to get that Grace over there, as usually in like casual runs, you can always get back to that Grace, drop down the cliff, to be able to go in the cave where you get this missing bell bearing 1. So odd to do a run that is absolutely not set up for future use at all, as if for future testing. Very, very often I would open really old save files, which are like 50 hours long or so, just to test stuff, right? Despite the fact that I'm obviously using speed souls organizer, save organizer, or whatever it's called, and ER tools and all the good stuff. Like you basically need to use those things to learn bosses, right? But I still really like going back to some old save states and testing out new things. And then if there are no graces activated at all, it's no use for me. Right. First rune arc of the run. If everything goes well, we are ever gonna use 1. If we need a second rune arc, we fucked up. Which, like I said, isn't a problem. It's only attempt number 5. And I'm not like a no-hit god. Like, yeah, I'm not at all that. My fingers are pretty slow on the controller too, so some of the strategies are already bringing me on the limit of what I can physically do. Hello, Altus. Going to Altus and taking the Grace over here also unlocks the possibility for us to get the... Here is our lizard again. Unlocks the ability to take the fast travel point to Radahn's arena. And obviously starts the Radahn festival. Alright. The two tree sentinels that are guarding the big gate over there, one of them actually, not in a live run, but it's like casual running around the game kind of scenario. He actually followed me all the way to the Grace, where the map is. And I've never had that happen before, but usually, sometimes he did follow me that far, but he would always like de-aggro and then just walk back to the gate. But he didn't in one singular case in 100 or 1,000 hours I think I've in the game by now. And yeah, he actually hit me there. So since then I'm really afraid of getting hit by one of those tree sentinels up the hill. Not gonna happen this time, but for some reason it happened once. You see me collecting root resin quite a bit throughout the run. That's only so I don't accidentally forget where all the root resins are. You don't need it at all. We won't craft any greases in this run, as we are using cracked blade on our iron balls. So there is no need for greases, since cracked blade and greases, as far as I'm aware, won't work together. Oh my lord, he's quick. What's he doing? See how he's casually sneaking around, trying to intimidate me. Alright. We are going to buy our seal that we are using for Flame Grant Me Strength at the Round Table Hold, but if you would actually want to maximize your damage, up the hill here is a seal that weighs 0. And the seal we are buying, as far as I'm aware, weighs 1.5 kilo. So you could save some weight by doing that, by going the extra meters there. Why would you want to save weight? Because we are also gonna use Blue Dancer Charm. And the damage that Blue Dancer gives you is dependent on how light you are. Alright. So in this amazing cave, I for some reason never got hit in here. But I'm not very sad if I would get hit now. Let me sort out my inventory real quick. I want the wondrous physics up here. Reason being that the route that the guide mentions takes one of the golden runes, I think it's a golden rune 5, on top of a ledge, and it drops down on the side of the ledge, and I tried to do that in the past, but it won't. Oh no, that's really bad now. Alright, see, every time I'm come here, something odd happens. This guy, luckily, has a slower speed than the snails in the game. Yeah, did not lose any else here. Well, lucky us. Casually dropping on top of an enemy. We're doing really good time-wise. We are now at 37 minutes in-game time. I think it's in-game time, what my timer tells me here. Now, up to 3 Sentinel, which, like I said, we are going to try and succeed. It recycles version of the 3 Sentinel kill, which never worked, never even once worked in a live run for me. But hey, this time surely it will work. The reason why we are not collecting all that many mushrooms in the open world is that here are 8 mushrooms in a bundle on a corpse, and there are 8 more mushrooms on a bundle on a corpse in Stormvale Castle, and it's 16 mushrooms. And I'm not sure, but I'm nearly almost certain that we are not collecting 16 Trina lilies, so there's no point on having more mushrooms than Trina lilies. Here are some root resins. And the guide always also tells you not to go the path that I'm going. I'm just a maniac, that's why I just run through here. But you can go to the right side here and you're completely safe from all the arrows and the bolts that the giants shoot. But so far it was very close several times, but I've never actually got hit. Alright. Trying to stay a little bit focused here myself. Since this is a massive run killer for me, this area. We are going to hide in the corner here real quick and go over the strategy. So, and I have to dry my hands a little bit, they're getting really sweaty. So, the idea here is, get rid of that. We're taking the Uchi, and then we're unsheathing attack like that. Press on the crouch button, as you just saw, to then really quickly have unsheath again. We do that 3 times. So the 3 Sentinel will stagger, and then we make a casual R1 to push him off the ledge. If I have time later on, I will explain how many things have gone wrong in all those other tries. But for now, we want to stand between 2 of the trees here, next to this rock, on this edge of the rock. Nudge forward until he looks at you. Then he starts walking. You walk back, not run, walk around this rock till you are at this crack of the rock. You wait until he is at the black tree you see over there. Here we go. Now we run around this corner. Pull out the bow to aim our kukris. Aim our kukris roughly here. Wait till he stops. We can listen to it. Throw a kukri. He moves on. Crouch. Get behind him. Unsheath or sheath. Wait till he actually attacks. And first time I'm sorry, wow. My heart is always beating so incredibly fast when I fight any boss, and the same happened just here. I'm in such an adrenaline rush, kind of shaking my hands too. I'm very, very glad that worked, and it worked flawlessly. That was perfect. Really cool. Next up, Greg Blade, but we are gonna go back to the roundtable hold first and buy some items and do some upgrading. We want to buy the dagger and the rapier and the seal. The reason why I buy the rapier, it's not in the guide to buy it, but it's a weight thing. The rapier we are going to use to put the sneak Ash of War from Banal on it. And the rapier is just lighter, it weighs 2.5 kilo. We could also put the Ash of War on the Uchi Katana, but it weighs 5.5 kilo. And I'm not like perfect at all in many of the things we are going to do in this run. And if I happen to forget to get rid of the weapons in my inventory before a fight starts, I want to be as light as possible so the Blue Dancer still has some effect, even if I forget the step of removing the weapons from my inventory. We're now putting... did I not collect... That is funny. I didn't collect Golden Wow. That is also never happened to me before, but okay. So we have another chance at killing the tree sentinel. I hope he drops the item in again. If he's not, then the item is just gone and would complicate things in this run. Quite a lot, actually. Golden Wow. Okay, we got it. Funny. Well, not a problem at all. And this time we actually killed him exactly according to the guide. Was exactly the correct order of attacks. Upgrading the flasks here. I personally like to have 3 of the blue flasks. You can obviously do a lot more. It really is up to you. And we want to have strengths in the Wanderer's Physic and the correct tier in the Wanderer's Physics. Now we want to level up Face to 10, and the runes should be enough to get strength to 25. Exactly how it is. Now we can get rid of the bow. We are gonna get the balls in this slot and the dagger in this slot. Gonna set Ash of War Golden Wow on the dagger. Now we're gonna get Cracked Blade. So we're going to Rod View Balcony. Make sure it's nighttime. Since we don't have the sneak mode Ash of War just yet, we need it to be nighttime in order to be able to not aggro. Oh no. I almost thought that I'm gonna die there from fall damage. You usually do the jump once you've already fell down quite a bit. So this running section here through that fort, I did not at all know that you can actually go unharmed through the fort, or unnoticed, better to say, uh, without the sneak mode echauffeur. It's really neat. Something that the guide uh, taught me. Really neat. So many little things. Like if you really pay attention to the guide and listen to, don't skip over things because you think they're boring or you already know them, you can learn a lot. Like I said, I have like roughly 1,000 hours in the game, and I watch a lot of Chino and Azaz and Wandering Blindly and Recycle and so on, like all the gods of the game basically. And yeah, you learn a lot. I at least can learn a lot by watching them. Um, but yeah, sometimes you're not all that focused if you're watching someone stream for hours and hours at a time. So still very nice to have a guide painstakingly uh, detailed guide. Really neat, really neat. Didn't want to go off torrent here. We are going to use the Kukri strut. If I don't fall down here. What we want to do is we want to get the bow out. Last time my character always overshot the rock, so we gonna aim like this. Why does he do that? I aimed way down. Is he drunk? My guy. Alright. Get up the ladder. Crouch. I'm not certain if I can sprint crouch past this first guard. So I'm not. Then you go up the stairs. Walk crouch to those pots. And then beeline crouch to this chest where the strength talisman would be in for +5 strength. Not gonna actually collect this talisman, however. You wait till this boss guard or whatever, I don't know what he's actually called. Let's call him Peter. You wait till Peter is past you. You go up the ladder, take the teleporter, and there should be no enemies as Radan Festival is ongoing at the moment. And yeah, so all the guards should be in the castle basically. Is I think what the lore would be here. Yeah, nobody around. Shooting ballistas at us or catapults. About to get cracked blade. Believe me, you can even screw up getting cracked blade. Easily done. Um, Gonna tell you how you can screw that up in a moment. I actually nearly run off the cliff there. So, behind those rocks is a teardrop scarab. You wanna come from the right side where I'm dropping down towards it, because otherwise he will flee to the and fall down this cliff, and then every enemy that ever existed will aggro to you. We are now going to kill Bernal to get access to the sneak echauffeur. Let's sort all of that out. We are going to put the echauffeur cracked blade with the heavy enchant on our iron bolts. We are going to memorize Flame Grant Me Strength. We won't be able to use it, however, until we've defeated the crafted dude. Can get rid of that. We want the X Talisman equipped. Get rid of that. And now you take the flask, crack blade, golden wow. Then you roll to destroy the props, get directly behind him, and just 2 charged R2s.
I
1,
suppose I have no
2.
You are an enigma.
For some reason I did way more damage than I
To be
usually do.
certain, the volcano manor awaits you.
So with that done, we now can go to Volcano Manor. So we teleport to Altus Plateau, talk to our favorite lizard, who is going to teleport us, however that works. She is a lizard in human form, so I don't question her.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your. I will pray.
Good old Rhea. Now we need to speak to Tannis, who is going to give us the drawing room key, and as soon as we have the drawing room key, we can
Brave, I am Tanit. Rias, but a warrior, perhaps. Will you rise with us? Interesting. Now you believe.
we can get the sneak mode as of 4. Here we go, we have the drawing room key. Before, however, we get that, we're going back to the start at gate front. Not sure if it's important here to make nighttime or not, but we are going to visit Patches for a moment. It is night at the moment. I think that's fine. Going the way up here. Behind this broken building, or the broken wall, whatever it used to be. There are some mushrooms if you're really desperate for mushrooms. Or if you're just a collector. I don't blame you. I know the feeling. There's a grace that nobody knows about. And then you just drop down this ledge. Relatively carefully. Should take no damage at all. You run with the horse or walk, it doesn't matter. And this tree will trigger the horse to despawn. You run back until a message appears on the middle of your screen saying that the invader went back to his home world. Like so. Bloody finger Nereus has returned to the home world. Now, I've gotten hit from the people in front of Patch's cave, so Patch's entrance. So this time, instead of doing any fancy stuff, we're just absolutely running through this area, because that is what worked best on my attempts. And it actually worked again. Well, look at that. Neat. So also, the guide says you do jumping R1s on Patches every time he uses his breath attack. Now, I wasn't aware until this morning, when I actually tested this a little bit more, that the breath attack doesn't damage you at all. What a fake dude. What is he spitting at us? That doesn't even do damage. Anything, everything in this game does damage. What an odd weirdo. Because we are only doing jumping attacks, Radagon Sorceal is going to be better here compared to the charge attack talisman. You want to drink your flask, heal, crack blade, get ready with your golden vow, open the chest, golden vow, well, and two-hand your balls again.
Personal belongings, huh? You
Thieving little.
The gods
And now we
gave
wait
her
for breath attacks.
repentance. Cough up your coin. All
Just
of
like
it.
that. I just missed that because he was really in an awkward position. And then immediately back. so he can't hit you. That was already really close. He doesn't really like to do his press attack today really much, does he? Patches, dude. Come on. Play nicely.
Wait, please.
Wait, please. We are not going to wait around killing him.
It was bound to happen someday. What a shit show.
Another person where I really would want to see the where I really would want to see a kill counter, a global kill counter for Patches. I want to see how many people actually killed him. Alright, back to Roundtable Hold. We're gonna offer the bell bearings of Patches and Banal to get sneak mode and the Margit's Shackle. Banals and Patches. And obviously we would need a couple more runes, which we already have here. It's not enough. That should be enough. Taking Margit's Shackle and 3 Foulfoots. Ah! I think it's 6,500 for the sneak mode Dash of 4. I don't know why I had not enough runes this time. Usually you have enough runes. Maybe I have done the wrong order, because what you usually also want to get is no skill Dash of 4 for 600. I'm gonna put the Ash of War on the rapier. Gonna put on the bow. And now we just have a quick look at... This is not at all in the guide, and I don't think you're supposed to have that few runes. But we are about to try to sell anything we don't really need until we have 600 coins. We are not gonna need that. And no, that's already enough coins. To get the no skill Ash of War, which we don't use a lot, then you can absolutely do without it. What we are using it for is we put it on the Beast Repellent Torch, so that if we have the Beast Repellent Torch in the left hand and the Rapier with Sneak Mode Ash of War in the right hand, we still can use the Sneak Mode Ash of War while we are having the torch out. It's way easier than it just sounded when I try to explain it. I promise. No skill on that thing, and we are going to get Blue Dancer Charm now, and the setup is basically left hand the torch, right hand the rapier, and then that way we should be basically flying through that cave. We're going to jump down this bridge now. There are 3 more Trina Lilies right at this bridge, but it's guarded, but they are guarded, so we are not taking them as it's possibly too dangerous. I didn't know that there was another enemy on the way, that the one we just passed with the tentacles. I honestly had no idea that there's an enemy. I've never seen that guy before. Maybe he's on holidays and came from the coastline over there. Alright. Now, slight bit of concentration necessary for me here. Drop down, drop down. Drop down. Drop down. Alright. Use another potion of sneak mode. And there are dogs coming up that are sleeping. We want to be relatively far to the left, jumping over them. Walk from here on. And auto target. Here we go. Choose the bow. Mighty shot. Dog is dead. Back to the torch and sneak mode echauffeur. Oh, this always scares the living heck out of me, this section. Drop down here. Run, so you land here. Jump, press circle, so you buffer a running jump. Jump to the platform, jump over here. As you can see on our stamina bar, we are fine, nobody saw us, nobody follows us. Coming up fight, should take only 3 charged R2s, and after the first charged R2, after the second charged R2, the enemy should stagger. We are doing the normal buff order, but we are taking the Axe Talisman for this one, as we are doing charged attacks. So we are taking the Flask, Cracked Blade, and Ash of Golden Wow. You can use another blue flask, it's not necessary for this fight. Charge 1, charge 2, he falls down, and on the ankle, another one. Blue Dancer, which we will equip immediately, and then we teleport out. And then we teleport to the Stormhill check. We actually teleport to the round table hold for a moment, as I need to use the bathroom. Alright, we're back. Preparing our inventory. Blue Dancer is just fine, and we want to use the shackle on this fight to fully script. The fight is going to be shackle, the buff order, and then the shackle, followed by 3 charged R2s, and then a fourth one and then a repose to kill. But let's get there first, one thing after the other, right? Jump, jump, so you get ahead of the enemies. And as far as I'm aware, as soon as you enter this arena, you can stay here to the left and be safe from the enemies. be buff now. Flask, breakplate, golden well. Take a sip of our blue flask. Ready up the Margit Shackle. Start the fight. Margit Shackle. 1, 2, 3. Repose that he should be dead. Yeah. He does in fact remember us, by the way. He's not lying.
Of the night, the hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
But we have to interrupt him.
Come, it's tightly. Oh, the guards you breached.
By the way, I'm not one of the people who kill him. This guy here, Gostok or whatever his name is. I kinda like him, you know? He's a little bit sneaky, that's correct, but come on.
The gates! Open the gate!
He's just trying his best to survive in a harsh environment. Shouldn't blame him for that. Alright, we are now going to need the sneak mode Azure for the coming up section. The guide is really detailed on that running section through Stormwell Castle. We crouch where the little fire pot was, starting to crouch there, and then you won't even trigger the ballistas. On my casual runs, what I usually do is I just run through it. Only one ballista will usually shoot, always miss, can just run through it completely. But yeah, this is apparently even safer than that, so we're gonna make use of it. Taking this grace, as we are actually gonna use great drones this run, something that in my opinion is limited only to really professional players, great runes, because of the lack of rune arcs in the game. I never use great runes. It's only because this is a very, very scripted run from start to finish. The only reason why we use great runes here is because the run relies on them, basically. We have way too many gold runes at the end of the run, like over roughly 1 million runes left, but then we wouldn't use it anymore. So this, I'm scared now a little bit, but alright. So the trick here is to not get too worried about this section with the little jump there, but instead just go for it. If I would have waited around and thought about the situation, there would have been a 50% chance that I would have screwed it up. But we just went for it, and it works. Every time. Neat. It's such a scruffy little strut with the jump to the right side on the top of the stairs. It scares the living heck out of me. Not gonna lie. Alright. Now we are going to collect pot number 5 and 6. You can, I know that since I have done that quite often already, you can totally screw this up and the pots can aggro to you too early. In which case the big pot will start to do like a spinning attack. And I always thought it has something to do with you killing Alexander the Warrior Char. But apparently it has something to do with the positioning of yourself. So you've seen that I hacked the left wall completely and then jump destroyed the crates that have been there. It's completely enough to not be aggroed by those pots. And they're cute anyways. The little ones at least. Super cute. Alright. That's the setup. We are going to use one sleep pot at the very beginning of the fight. We're gonna flask up. Crack blade. Golden wow. Cerulean Tears. That was almost not good, but it should still be fine. You don't really want to have the dagger still in your inventory. Just throw the sleeping pod. Hit him with a charge tattoo. That wasn't perfect. Run away. Charge tattoo again. And then 1, 2, 3. And then on the knee, 1, 2, for the stagger, and the kill with the riposte. This wasn't as clean as it could have been, but I hope I saved somewhere the video of the run number 4 I did. It was such a scruffy fight. So that's Godric done. Uses his rune. We are not completely safe yet. There is a tiny bit of tiny bit of RNG in the upcoming section in order to get the Great Rune from him. Where we want to go over the bridge, we're going to the left side, as the guide does so too. You stick all the way to the left. And then this giant should only be able to do one attack. But for me, he does different attacks. We are good, we just run further. And then we buff up again, or sneak mode again, better. That felt really close. Stop here. Run further. Hit him on his foot. Run further. Uh-oh. And then travel. One of the... Maybe it has to be nighttime actually to make this a little bit safer. This did not feel safe in any way at all. But we did it, and now we are safe for a really, really long elevator. Here we go. Now we can relax a little bit. Dry our hands again. Getting actually the Great Rune. Stay hydrated. Perfect. Touch the grace because we can. There's no actual need for it, but okay, get the Great Rune. And teleport to the impassable Great Bridge. Not going to lie, I thought I'm not gonna be nervous in this run at all, but for this particular fight coming up, I am nervous. I'm feeling the nervosity right now, and my hands getting really, really sweaty right now. I guess it's because there's this fight is completely scripted against Radan. Ec- But there's one dodge roll you have to do, and um, I'm I did a lot of Radan fights this morning, and I'm still not 100% comfortable with this dodge roll. Going pure strength here. I think. Don't need that in here. We want this and this. Heavy bolts. We also want finger sealed, so we can use flame grant me strength. They're plus 12. Now we take our rune arc. And let's see if the run continues and we have a new PB, or if we're so nervous that we screw it up. I think this is gonna be fine. It should definitely be in my muscle memory now.
Are you the
I don't
festival?
like this NPC, by the way, at all. I just don't like him.
But now,
Alrighty. There's a Smithing Stone 6 back here, which you don't need to get, but if you do in fact get it, you will save a tiny fraction of runes later on. I need to actually wipe my hands again. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I seem to be really, really nervous. It's, yeah, it's a shame, but we're gonna be fine. Let's go through this fight real quick in our head. We're going to teleport in the arena. While the game loads the arena, we are going to hold down on the controller to walk backwards. At the same time, we're going to press the Y button and down on the quick bar here to summon torrent. Then we smash circle or B in order to get out of the range of the first arrow shot. We turn around, going back to the arena. Radan should spawn in again, should shoot an arrow, and then we wait. We go off torrent. We wait till Radan pulls out his swords. If he does in fact pull out his swords, we start the full buff order. Sometimes I'm too slow with the buff order. If in that case, it doesn't matter. We just don't use Flame Grant Me strength. If the first attack is not the drag attack, we just back off, and then he will usually do the drag attack as the second attack. Alright. Let's go. Go off torrent. Wait till he pulls out his swords. She does here. Drink the flask. Crack blade. Golden wow. Flame Grant Me strength. Stop moving. Go towards him. First hit. Second hit. Third hit. Go around him. 1, 2. 3, 4 for the stagger. 5, 6. Alright. Well done. My heart rate is so high. You cannot even imagine. That's so crazy to me. But we did it perfectly. That was absolutely perfect. God. My heart is basically jumping out of my chest right now. Yeah. The adrenaline rush, for me at least, is exceptional. Despite the fact that I'm not expecting this run to be the run of all runs, right? It's the only run number 5. It's like that. But it's definitely a new PB, and I'm very, very happy about that. We are now talking to Roger. Funny story. One of the runs I was just in front of fighting the Black Death, and the strat involves using Roger's rapier, and I absolutely forgot to collect Roger's rapier, and already burned the Elden tree, or the tree thing. So yeah, there was no Roger's rapier for me, so no scripted Malik's kill. We're also going to collect our third talisman slot here.
Only fine. You have now to become the thing as now become.
Gonna wanna put in Radagon Sorcerer, which does remind me that I'm not allowed to forget the sword talisman, which we're getting right now. Maybe I want to level up first. Level up real quick. Taking 15 endurance and the rest in strength. Be careful of the one enemy that's in the like little hatch. I think I just saw someone jumping down here with red eyes. I must have triggered something. Usually there are not that many enemies around. They didn't bother me here, but still not very nice from them to show up like this. Usual buff order. The guide mentions that you always have to miss the first charged R2. Well, in our case we missed the second one. I guess that's fair enough if you missed the second one instead of the first one. Alright. That's Angelica done. I call her Angelica. I don't think that's her actual name. I'm not so sure about that. Radagon Sourceal or 10%. I think 10% is better, I guess. And now we are going to go to the capital. How are we doing on ruins? We don't have any. Alright. Get Roger's rapier out. Activate the grace, don't rest here. We are going, the passing here is going to be exactly according to the guide. I no longer run my own passing, which I did in the past in the first couple of runs that I tried. We are collecting, this is 10 I think, yeah, gold rune 10. We're dropping down this cornered ledge onto the next rooftop, and we are not going to collect the gold rune 12, and we are not going to collect the the stone sword key, we're just jumping over here, going along that side or this side of the buildings, dropping down straight up here. Which we have to do exactly the same passing later on again. Once we have defeated Morgoth. We are going to the backside of those buildings, doing a little bit of jumping on rooftops again. On the way we are going to collect gold rune 12 and a gold rune, I think 9 or 11, I'm not 100% sure. If you're hidden with the sneak Ash of War, you won't aggro anybody and you have enough stamina to just do all the jumps at once. Otherwise you would have to stop from now to then to regain your stamina. Jump up here, jump, press B to activate sprint mode. Go over here, reactivate sneak mode, Ash of War. Take it's a gold rune 9 in fact. I was correct the first time. Block, jump, 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 and block, jump again. You're all the way up. Now going to collect the second rune arc. Now, did I rest? How do I know if my flask is full or not? It's full, ain't it? Because that way I don't have to take the grace over on top here. West Rampart Grace, I think it's called, or something similar to that. Last time I did take the Grace, the West Rampart Grace, I had the issue that the scripted enemy attack that's coming up right now, he followed me around all the way. He does not now. Alright, that's really neat. Because I always like to take this safety Grace here. Alright, let's relax a little bit
My
for a moment.
utmost thanks for bringing me to the
Alright,
pier, and
we're not
thus
relaxing.
I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you have fought. I have no.
Preparing for the next fight now. That setup looks good. We do wanna craft sleeping pods. We wanna equip sleeping pods. We wanna equip Marika's Shackle. I'm sorry for that one. We're going to equip Golden Foulfoots in our pouch. Oh, here a little. It's a tiny bit awkward, this section. Go off to the back of the gargoyle. That might have two swords. Activate sneak mode again. To the back of this guy, relatively far down on this tree branch here. Touch the back of those two guys, 1, 2. That way you're definitely safe from the guy that's behind them, who otherwise could see you. Activate sneak mode yet again. Go through all of those people here, and as you can see on the stamina bar, we did not get spotted at all. So this is one of the easiest fights, in my opinion, in the entire game. And for that reason, I'm so sloppy with the fight that I did get hit even in training a lot. So we are doing this immediately now. So far, doing fights immediately did work wonders for me. Like I said, if you get hit, you get hit. It's how it is. I have to stop caring that much about that. Get rid of the items. Alright, we did that. Kinda good. Very, very, very pleased with that. As you saw, we did take a golden foul. I'm so nervous, it's crazy. We did take a golden foul foot. Just at the end of the fight there. My body is not okay with me being that nervous. My heart is really pumping like crazy. I can feel my chest coming out and going in again. It's probably not a good sign. Alright. Crouch. Touch this nice lady. Say thank you for letting me pass. We want to go to 50 strengths at minimum. Actually surpassing it. We do not need the rapier anymore. Want to make sure that we have sleep pots available in case the scripted kill does not work. And then we just buff up again. Flask, balls, golden wow, flame, grant me strength. Drink cerulean tears. Make sure you have the balls in both hands and the shackle in your hotbar. Start the fight. Use the shackle. 3 charge Stratus. 3. Wait till stamina comes back. Immediately. And we won the fight. Nice, neat, really nice. And as you can see, the golden foul foot is still active. So we are getting more XP out of him. Oh, I'm so glad that worked out. This is a whole new level of PB. I didn't at all expect to come that far, to be honest. Fire Giant, we're gonna need sleep pots. Alright. I'm very pleased with that. Very, very pleased with that. The fight against... oh no, I had that happen before. If he dies, he will always talk to you. If you're not careful with the grace. Switch action, touch grace, please. Wanna talk to my lady here. Come on. Nobody wants to talk to that guy. Not this one, at least.
Hello again.
I need to
Old friend.
calm down a little bit, so we're
Allow
gonna
me
listen
a
to her, actually.
moment to converse with you. You are unable to enter the Erd Tree, no? Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erd Tree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountain tops of the giants. Then I can set the Erd Tree aflame and guide you down the path.
Okay. We listened enough now. We do not want to use this, the runes we have at the moment. Did she give us the medallion? No, I didn't actually pay attention, to be honest. Alright. Going to the East Capital Rampart. We did this section before, should be good. Still need to concentrate. From now on, we really, I personally need to really concentrate. Do not make unnecessary mistakes, like at this stage. dying to a non-boss would kinda not be cool. They aggroed really early to me. I wonder if I took a wrong route here. Nothing happened, so we're fine. But yeah, that was. I hear something hit the wall right after we went around the corner up on the running section. Or it must have been pretty close, I guess. Alrighty. Open the store. Use sneak mode, Ash of War. And then go past. He is usually coming in my direction, and for some reason he isn't now. He never triggered. Okay. Most likely because we had sneak mode activated before we opened the door. Loads of good items here, by the way. I think it's a Somber 6 and one of the rare flowers and loads of things. I think even an Exalted Flesh. Ah, that reminds me. Do I still have the Exalted Flesh? I did. I tried to remember. I have to write it down somewhere to use the Exalted Flesh on the crafted fight. So coming up is a strategy that I've never used, but because the run did go so well so far, we are going to use that strategy now. It's in the guide. And it's, in my opinion, absolutely unnecessary, but because of my university levels, we're going to use it. So we're gonna throw a cookery over here. Wait till those guys move. Go in here, throw a cookery over there. Wait till the horse goes out of the way. And then we have a clear path across the bridge. This little booger is a Somber 6 too. Excuse me. And he will get bigger and he can stagger you for damage if you're too close to him. So if you're on a Somber route, maybe don't take this Somber 6. It's kind of dangerous to take. So the upcoming running section across the small area to the elevator, which leads to mountaintops, I did get hit from one of the militia guys. Not even hit, but he touched me for damage. Alright, we want to make sure that it's not nighttime right now. As there can be a knight's cavalry. Just swapping to morning. We are going to, I don't think it's necessary, but we are going to use the rapier once. There is this smithing stone seven somewhere around here. I don't want to look back now. It's too dangerous right now. Make sure you have stamina for the jumps from your horse. Go to the right side of this tree in order to avoid the poison traps. Those militiamen are really worrying me. I might have to... Oh, I think that was exactly the same guy that hit me once. I might have to rewatch the guide and see what he does here. Because that just now looked incredibly scruffy. Where am I? I completely lost track of where I am. Okay, the bird will spawn. Going to go to the right side here. Running up the stairs. And then we go around the corner here. Jump off the horse, take the grace. And actually rest at the grace. Here we go. I definitely need to rewatch that running section. Let me make a note real quick. Running section to elevator, mountaintop. Who would have ever thought that on my 5th try, we are 1 hour and 40 minutes in, and I still did not get hit. That is unbelievable, dude. Alright, we are about to collect the bell bearing number 3, I guess it is. I think it is. We're going to take the mountain pass up here, or we climb some cliffs basically. This is the horsey. And I have no idea where it is exactly, but I think the bird just aggroed on me. Probably not how this is supposed to go. Down here, jump off the horse. The bird did in fact aggro. He was like a centimeter behind me. Funny. Take the bell bearing. Go back to the grace of some more ruins. And now we're just riding through here. I'm not sure if it's safer to go this way. It definitely is a lot safer to go this way. I've never actually traveled back to that grace before. There is a somber 7 on the tree, if you ever need that. I never traveled actually back to the grace that's in the guide, and I always ignored it. I always just would run out of the room with the chest straight to straight where we are right now, and I never got hit that way. But since we are doing so well, might as well follow the guide a little bit more closely, which is why we are going to hit this rock. Now, the upcoming this bridge, let's call it bridge or dam. I'm gonna use my own strategy, which I have not seen anybody else use, even like big streamers or so. Because I personally think it would be hilarious if I get hit now, but I actually wouldn't even be mad. But I just gunned for it completely and utterly. As long as you have not activated your sneak mode, the giant will shoot an arrow now, which never hits you. And then if you continue along the path and stick to the just about very close to the right side of those rocks, the next arrow won't hit you either. And now we just sprint with our horse alongside those 2 rocks, and the 3rd shot and last shot from the arrow guy also won't hit. Now I hear the impact, didn't hit. The guy down there is somber 8, by the way. Alright. So we are going across the snowfield to the fire giant. Or not snowfield, but where the dragon is. We are not going to go and collect the Trina Lily here, because the enemy is just so close. Yeah, I'm already feeling again how I'm getting more and more nervous again. That's a little bit of a shame. I would love for that not to be the case. Alright. We are going back there, where we are just heading right now. To the left side of those rocks, and then we continue straight up until the dragon spawn. Excuse me. Until the ice dragon spawns, then we turn around again. Right now, we turn around, go to the south on the compass, and just straight from here. And that way, the dragon shouldn't have a chance to impede your passing. According to the guide, which I do believe everything the guide says. Obviously. I mean, look at us go here. Casual gamers, novice level gamers, I'd like to call it. If I do happen to eventually complete this run, I'd like to call myself an adept. You know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. Adept level gamer then. Going to take the spirit spring back there, don't get bit by the dogs. You could pull out your torch if you really wanted to. Beast repellent torch. Now, where is it we are going? Definitely not there. Down here, there is a dog with red eyes, and as I have also learned from the guide, the enemies with red eyes are not affected by the beast torch. I did not know that before. So this is an area where you, if you do it right, you're not gonna get hit, basically. Choose a passing, there is no set order, I don't believe. Just choose a pass and always go the same pass. Otherwise you get, like, you make a random decision halfway through that area, and you're gonna get stuck on one of those fences, and gonna get punished in this game really quickly. There's an Eminem song, isn't there, about sweaty palms? My palms are sweaty and so on. If even the word is palms, then I'm not understanding that wrong. But that is a very fitting song. I should listen to that. Alright. Now try to remember what passing to take here. This section is also very detailed in the guide. Okay, coming up this rock with the teardrop scarab on top. We want to go to the right side, in between the tree and the rock. Go around the corner here. To the grace. That way you don't aggro the hand that is scripted to fall down on that bird over there. Gonna rest. We're gonna activate sneak mode and go on torrent and collect our ancient dragon's missing stones, which is hiding inside one of the skulls here. It's next to a bird. Really aggressive bird, actually. I have no idea who brought him up, but he is kind of on the aggressive side. But if we are lucky, then he shouldn't even notice us. If you jump, this is pretty cool here. You go like through the jaw inside the skull. If you do it completely perfectly, you can jump from the horse and land inside the skull, basically. Okay, we're going to offer our bell bearing to the Twin Maiden Husk. Bell bearing 3, and we're going to purchase 12 5s and 11 6s. With the 2 7s that we collected at the very start of the run, we now should be able to upgrade our weapon to level 19, I believe it is.
Now, those are of a challenge find them well.
It is 19. Look at me. Look at me having game knowledge by now. Awesome. Again, have to dry my hands since I'm super nervous yet again. Fire Giant. Let's go and level up before we forget. You want still 15 endurance is fine. The rest into strength. Level 60 now. Fire Giant is one of the fights where we are going to use the golden golden foulfoot or whatever it's called. We're gonna take the lower entrance. And here's the game plan. Real quick. I have to go through it in my mind so that I don't actually fuck up. We don't need that anymore. The rest is fine. We are going to... The only dangerous thing here is the second attack. The first attack is mostly the ground attack that like throws snow at you or whatever that should be. That attack is usually fine. The second attack is random, and that's what we hope for, is that he does a jumping attack. Then we do an R2 to crack the shackle off his leg. Then we do 3 R2s, charged R2s, in order to stun him. Then we throw 2 sleeping pods to sleep him. Then we rebuff Flame Grand Mist Rings. Then we do another charged R2 to his leg to transition him into phase 2. Then we reactivate Cracked Blade. And then we throw another 2 sleeping pods on his hand. That should sleep him. And then we go relatively quickly to his hand to make 4 charged R2s on his hand yet again, to then stun him again. And then we finish the fight with another 2 charged R2s. That's the game plan. Let's do it. Go to this rock here to start buffing. Take the blue flask. Don't forget. Alrighty. Hello, Mr. Fire Giant. How are you doing today? Please jump. He does. Charged R2. Charged. 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 Sleep pod. Sleep pod. Flame Grand Mist Rings. 2-handed weapon. Charged for transition. Crack blade. Wait till the hand comes down. Sleep pod. Sleep pod. Go to the other hand. 1, 2, 3. Stagger. 1, 2. Foul foot. Clean. No. No way, guys. Awesome. That's really neat. Alright. We're actually gonna rest here. Because we can. We take the Fire Giant's Remembrance. We craft sleeping pods. We're gonna actually equip sleeping pods. We have already equipped them. We're gonna re-equip Golden Vow, and we're gonna re-equip our Occult Rapier. Then we are going to level up. To 70 strength now. And burn a tree. That is funny. I've never been nervous enough to actually be scared about this chain bridge right here, but I am now very, very much. We made it. Alright, funny thing, I also happened to already have done the mistake of jumping off my horse too late at the end of this, close to the grace, and then my character just jumped off the forge here. That was very unfortunate. Was not in a live run, so it will just randomly happen in one of my normal runs. Talk to our favorite maiden.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in undead. Are you to commit? Very well, let my hand.
And here we are in Crumbling Farum Al-Sura. What a fitting name. Going to ready our trusty sneak mode dagger. Collect the smithing stone 8, it is, not somber 8. There's a golden rune 9, which you can miss easily by just going too fast. Running too fast, whatever you want to call it. Hit the ground once. Ooh, I forgot to activate sneak mode, but should still be okay. We are still okay. And then just run. You can also always watch your stamina bar to be sure that no enemy is aggro to you, and that's exactly what happened. This is very detailed in the guide, and it's really good running section. A really good running section after you've watched the Recycled's guide to no-hit Elden Ring, because it makes this very trivial. It's minor details always, obviously, but they add up. They add up a lot. There's another smithing stone 8, which we want to get to save some runes. Gonna activate Disgrace. Gonna actually rest that Disgrace to reset the enemies. Then we're gonna sneak mode again. Wanna go in here. Then you wanna go straight here. Wait here until you see the enemy in the very back of the room moving. Now he starts moving. Gonna crouch, fall down here, crouch again, so you're actually crouching. Crouch walk, crouch walk, crouch walk, crouch walk, crouch walk. Now you can crouch run around this pillar. And we're good. Nothing aggroed. Perfect. Now we're gonna two-hand our dagger. Activate sneak mode again. Jump down here. Or fall down here, rather. Jump over there. Always use the dagger to reset jumping distance. Jump, jump. On these pillars you can go down or up. On the big pillar here there is a scripted enemy. We're going up. He doesn't hit us, that's neat. That's a somber 9 we just passed, we don't need that. Now we're gonna rest at Disgrace to reset health. Alrighty. We are already set up for the next fight. We're gonna sneak mode. Go to this corner here. Crouch wait. Until this nice gentleman has passed us. Run across the corridor here. Jump down to the right side of this balcony. Reactivate sneak mode. Use the flask to heal up. Activate the enemy. 2 back steps. 2 sleep pods. And once you see that both are asleep, buffing procedure. Flask. Balls. Get rid of that. Golden Wow. Blue Flask. Flame Granary Strength. Go to the back of the big guy. Charge that hook. wait, charge that 2, charge that 2. He staggers, wait for stamina, charge that 2, charge that 2. Now 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hit this guy. One, 2, 3. Clinical. Absolutely clinical. And I wasn't, for some reason here, I wasn't nervous this time. Funny. Activate the grace, go back to round table hold. And max out the iron bolts. Offer bell bearing, missing bell bearing 4, purchase missing stone 7, we're gonna need 10 of those, and we're gonna need 9 of the 8s.
I knew you lay out your own.
Upgrade the balls to 25, plus 25. Level up. For the next running section, we want to have kukris, and we want to have the bow with mighty shot. Also want to have arrows. That's all good. We do have the arrows. And we want to have our trusty sneak mode Eshafar. Dragon Temple Altar. Activate sneak mode. Hit this wall here once. Jump. Oh, jump down. That was kind of scary. Go around the right side. Activate sneak mode again. So the dog can't see us. Jump to this pillar down here. Activate sneak mode again, just to be safe. Just to be safe. You still want to be quicker than this enemy. So the last activation of sneak mode probably wasn't worth it and made things more dangerous than they should have been. Alright. Very, very scary running section ahead. Loads of things that can hit you. But the guide takes you through that in a way that you should always have the option to do it without getting hit. It's 100% actually that you don't get hit if you follow the guide exactly. You want to activate sneak mode here. Drop down. Drop down again, and we want to crouch. Crouch walk. Very tight to this wall. Defense, as soon as you can jump over, jump over. Drop down here. Go underneath the balcony. Crouch, reactivate sneak mode. Don't get hit by the lightning. That would be really unfortunate. Take the bow, aim at the dragon, activate mighty shot, shoot. If you see a health bar decrease like that, then you did in fact hit. Reactivate sneak mode. Heal up for more damage. Take the balls, crouch. If you drop down here, you have to recrouch. Charge R2. Crouch again. Crouch along the left side of the bridge. Here is usually a tree. It has probably died to lightning damage, but you can start crouch running from that point on without aggroing the other bird. Sneak mode again. We're going to hide behind a tree now for the next section. That's the tree we're going to hide behind. And then we wait for this enemy to come in our direction. And then we pass him once he is beyond the tree. Reactivate sneak mode. Then we want to crouch walk. The left side. Crouch walk, crouch walk, crouch walk. Reactivate sneak mode yet again. We want to step just one step beyond this line. Immediately turn back. Throw a dagger at this wall. That was a bit of a shitty wall. But we are fine. And off we go to the elevator. You're good. Now, the nervosity levels that I have right now are absolutely crazy. So I'm trying to do the right thing here and just do it. Phase 1 against this upcoming boss fight is not scripted. Phase 2 sort of is. You wanna crouch here when the horse comes closer so you don't get detected by this tree sentinel. Alrighty. Go in front of the gate. Heal up. Get rid of this weapon. Instead get Roger's rapier in your right hand. Do your usual buff order. Flask, cracked here. Golden Wow. Flame grant me strength. Flask of Cerulean Tears. Get rid of the two weapons. Make sure on your right hand there's nothing equipped right now. Go in. And steal death.
Destined death. I will not have it stolen from me again.
Yes!
Witness tarnished.
Woo! Alrighty.
I covered destined death. To kill what?
My heart is flying out of my chest at the minute, mate. That is insane. Up next is Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing, which should be the least of our problems from all the things that are still coming up. Level-wise, we are gonna go to 79 strength if we can, and the rest in endurance. I don't think it's very little endurance that I have here. I don't know. Do I miss some runes? No. Sorry. Alright, let's go. Just very quickly, Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. Actually not all that bad of a character, to be honest, because if you talk to him after you defeat certain bosses or go to certain locations in the game, he can give you quite powerful items, spells, and incantations. He has an incantation that boosts your physical damage negation by a lot, which I used the first time I played in the DLC, and well, it made me completely one, in some cases even two-shot proof. So yeah, is the most annoying boss fight for sure, but not all that bad of a lot in total. Okay, buff up.
I knew you'd come.
He
To
knew
stand
I'd
before the
come,
Elden
but I
Ring,
knew that too.
to become Elden Lord.
We do 1 R2
What a sad state of affairs.
after this text line.
I commend your
1
spirit,
R2,
but alas,
wait, and then 2 R2s.
none shall take the
And he's dead.
in
Now he's gonna talk for 5 minutes. Gonna
tarnished
jump up this corner.
become a lord,
This is fine, this is fine.
not even you. A man
We're gonna take a foul foot.
cannot kill a god.
Press the Y or triangle button, depending on what your controller you use, for roughly 1,000,000 times. Upcoming is Horalu, Warrior. The first Elden Lord in the first phase. We're gonna rest here and level up endurance to 21 apparently. Make sure we have everything we need. We do. This is a semi-scripted fight coming up. I want to do it as fast as possible so my foul foot is still active. Take the flask. Crack blade. Golden wow. Flame grant me strength. Get rid of both items. That was unnecessary, I shouldn't have done that. Go in. We want to circle him. Charged R2. Jumping R1. 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 Jumping R1. Want to circle again. Dagger. R1. And then some might say I got an arrow to my knee.
Brave, tarnished.
But he got iron balls to his knee.
Befits a
And that's Sir Gideon. No, it's not. It's Horalu done. So we're gonna level up endurance once more. We're now level 94. Upcoming fight. The important thing to note, we're doing a charge R2. Important thing is that you have to do a jumping attack, and the jumping attack has to be a jumping R2. That's the most important thing here. Alright, Crack Blade. Golden Vow. Flame Grant Me Strength. Blue Flask. Two-hand the balls. Go in. Skip the blinding scene here. Charge R2. Charge R2. Jumping R2. I don't know why he's staggered so early. Charge R2 to the belly. Another charge R2 to the belly. 3 charge R2s to his tail. 1, 2, and stagger on the third one. Charged R2 2 times to the belly and finish the fight. That's it. We did it. I can't believe it. It was only my first try. I'm shaking. My entire body is shaking. Well, not gonna lie, I don't know what I have to do now to end the game, so I'm gonna touch the grace, I'm gonna activate the cutscene. But yeah, heck yeah, I'm an adept level gamer now. Huh? Who would have thought that? Played on Atari, guys. I played my first games on Atari. I had a Super Nintendo, you know, the one with the cartridges and stuff. This is amazing. This is I can't fathom this. Let's enjoy the fractured world that we are gonna live in. My entire body is shaking. Holy cow. Thank you, everybody. The most amazing community that I have met in the last in the 35 years that I'm on planet Earth is this. It's the Souls community, really. They're so nice people. They're very, very kind-hearted people. It's something that's increasingly rare nowadays, especially in the World Wide Web. I'm so glad this community exists. I don't know why those people chose to follow a game or several games that are so insanely hard, and that happen to be the kindest people on planet Earth. I don't know why that is, but I'm glad that it is that way. I think it's the same with like music, right? Like the like heavy metal people are mostly unbelievably kind-hearted
The
people.
fallen
So yeah, thanks
leaves
everybody that
tell
ever
a
helped me out
story
here. But yeah,
of how
oof,
tarnished
taking it back here,
became
that's
Elden Lord
really neat.
in our home
Thank you so much.
across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
Okay, that's it. See you around. Luke 2:16.